Good morning.
Good morning, millennials.
How is everyone doing today?
We're good. It's the last day you'll see me as a 25-year-old, so take a good, hard look.
Okay.
Make it good and make it hard.
It's migraine season out there today.
Is it?
Yeah, this is like full migraine weather. When the weather's gray, I can feel it. I woke up with a heavy head and I didn't know why, and then I opened my blinds. I'm like, oh, I'm getting a migraine today.
Oh, wow. Well, I had no clue it was raining because I don't open my blinds. And
By the way, I never know what the weather is.
Do you see my story? I asked Alexa, what's the weather? Because I could tell there was a grayness.
You're going to set off everyone's...
Oh, God. I could tell there was a grayness
in the air.
In the air, so I was like, it could be raining. Mm-hmm. I'll ask Alexa. Alexa, what's the weather? She says it's 50 degrees. Today's forecast calls for a high of 60, a low of 50.
What the hell is a high?
With rain. Just, bitch, tell me it's raining. Like,
no, that sounds helpful.
No, I didn't know that when I stepped outside it was going to be raining. Like, that sounds like it's going to rain today.
Right, no.
She needs to say, hello, good morning. It is raining. Grab an umbrella.
Or a spoon.
Because I ran out in the rain, almost got hit trying to cross the street, and I know the driver of the car that I wasn't shook because please, you're going 1 mile an hour, but I know
try to kill me.
The driver's day is ruined.
Of course. There's nothing as a pedestrian ruining a driver's day, you know? Those are my favorite things to do in Manhattan.
But you can also be a driver and ruin a pedestrian's day.
Okay, wait, I have to tell you literally the most embarrassing thing. Actually, I don't want to say it because I don't want to put shed light on it, but this person, this obviously mean guy on Twitter went on a rant about me, and I always search myself on Twitter to see what people are saying.
Wow, it's
No, don't get me wrong. There was a 4-month period where I never did it, but now it's just back to
No, but even still, I Google myself all the time, what pictures were taken of me,
yeah, of course,
at an event that I didn't see.
Right.
But Twitter is just
Yeah, no, it's a brave thing, but I really do feel I want to be in tune with what my haters are saying about me. So if they're making valid points, I can fix it.
You can adjust.
I'm not unrealistic. And this guy went on this thread. It was just it wasn't mean. It was catty, bitchy, literally being I guess I don't even remember saying this because I have dementia, but he was one time I heard Girl with No Job in an interview say she was the Carrie Bradshaw of the digital age, and I just never forgave her for it. And honestly, I agree. I don't even remember saying that. I think it was Nightline.
I remember, that sounds familiar.
I was just trying to relate to the old people who were watching Nightline. They're what do you do? I'm well, I write on Instagram.
Right.
I'm the Carrie Bradshaw of the digital age. I don't actually think that because I'm annoying and I don't own BB Manolo Blahnik heels. But the thread was really mean, but he made some valid points.
That is so funny, and that was before you rewatched Sex and the City, and we learned the truth.
That's true. Back then, I was just a youngin' who thought Carrie Bradshaw was a good representation for women.
And now you're really the Miranda of the digital age.
I completely agree. And you know what? I think that's a compliment. Actually, a while back when I was a blogger, I did a whole in-depth analysis on the characters of Sex and the City before rewatching it in full. And I just have to say, I was very in tune because I said that, calling someone the Miranda used to be a wild insult, but Homegirl is the only one in touch with reality over there. And yes, she's a little cynical and her haircut's annoying, but lest we not forget the kitten heel of it all, you know?
I agree. I mean, you don't want to be the Carrie, you don't want to be the Miranda. For me, I think Samantha made the show. So
yes,
but you also you don't want to be the Samantha. You don't want to be the I mean, they all kind of suck, but I love Samantha and Charlotte.
Me too.
They could have their own spinoff. I'd be happy with that.
Except they in the show weren't really friends,
right? Because they have nothing in common.
Yeah, they're just too different.
Yeah.
I watched so much TV this weekend. We're gonna recap.
We have so much to talk about.
I feel Desperate Housewives, although it's amazing, has really gotten me off my game when it comes to my TV schedule. And I went in bed last night.
But I feel that's one, the fault of Desperate Housewives, and two, the content that's out there, because when something needs to be watched, you watch it. When Rahoni was really polarizing the conversation in this country, we were on top of it.
Totally.
It really was.
I completely agree.
No, nothing like that is happening with OC or Dallas, which is why we are not inclined to keep up with it. The only thing you need to know is that I don't give a rip what you do.
Exactly. So last night, I got into bed and I didn't even know because I never watch cable in my bedroom that it doesn't even work. I had to get on the phone with the cable company. It was whole cable. I gave the cable company a rip. And
by the way, you really do have dementia because you've told us that before.
Oh, whatever.
On this here show.
So I fixed it and I got in bed and I watched all the programs. I'm halfway. By the end of this week, I will be back on Blue Bloods, Riverdale, Dynasty, Dallas, OC, Kardashians, LadyGang, and Busy. Because I have so many thoughts. I don't want to talk about it yet.
That's so upsetting that that's part of your rundown now.
Oh, well, it has to be. And, okay, should we just talk about it? No.
Yeah, when are we going to talk about it?
I don't know. We usually save our TV recaps for the end.
But we have Margaret Josephs here today.
Oh, yes.
So once we're done with the Fast Five, we got to whisk her on.
Okay, so let's just start with Kardashians. It was a good episode. Like, they obviously ended it right before the actual, like, good part, and they promoted it as, like, this is the episode,
No,
but it's not.
for me, finding out how they found out and how they communicated it to Khloe was the good part.
Yes.
Another Kardashian birth, this will now be the 9th. I'm cool with. I can wait until next week, but, like, seeing how angry Kim was and, like, how no one knew what to do and how...
They had to hold her back.
And, like, even like just the way people were talking about it, Scott was like, "You're literally, she's about to pop off. Like, why are you out in these streets?"
But what they didn't address though was that the video was from October.
No, the first video that came out was from the night before, and then TMZ released a video from October that they had since October, but didn't release because Chris quelled it. But once it was out there that Tristan was cheating on Khloe, TMZ didn't care anymore.
And it's actually really interesting how Kim said so many people like came to her and were like, "Oh, I knew this and I heard this," because you know what? It's always like when someone gets accused of sexual assault, like if 1 million people come out, it's like you know that it's a legitimate claim. But if it's like a one-off, it's like, so you know that like Tristan was, not that he's a sexual assaulter, I'm just using reference of like when it rains it pours.
And Kim was like, when there's one picture or one video, like it can be taken out of context, you can kind of explain, like you have a picture's worth 1,000 words. You know, it could be something else, but when there's multiple instances of proof, it's over. So I really did feel like the episode delivered, and
the logistics of it all, like them getting on the planes. Did Chris and the
Gyno make it?
Did they fly commercial?
No, there's no way.
Are you sure? Because I thought the same thing.
But they went from LAX. No, I think that private planes can fly into LAX.
No, but it wasn't even that. Oh, maybe that was it, yeah.
Yeah, because they flew from LAX, they flew from Van Nuys.
I mean, I just had a million thoughts. Like,
and like
their plan was so stupid. To have the doctor be in LA, I didn't know that until Chris said, I'm supposed to bring the doctor. I'm like, what? First of all, her being in Cleveland was so stupid because he wasn't even in Cleveland. It was her and Malika in this big house and that guy Sav downstairs.
No, but Tristan was supposed to be in Cleveland, and
but he was on away games.
Right, but when he came home, then she kicked him out.
Yeah, no, for sure. But like, if he was coming home from an away game, why couldn't he have just come to LA?
And then also, I think she wanted to give birth in Cleveland because where you give birth is where you have to spend the next few months. Like, she wanted to be in Cleveland, even though she really should have given birth in LA. I mean, hindsight is 20/20.
I was like having terrible anxiety for her. I'm like, I can't imagine being alone, especially like for like a family who's so family oriented. Like being alone sucks, and then like being alone when you're literally about to give birth also sucks, and being alone when your life is falling apart ain't good.
No, and it's like you can't drink or take a Xanax.
Also, but I thought Kim did end up going to her reunion, so I'm confused.
She did. Okay, so I've been looking at the dates of this. Chloe's expected delivery date was the 14th. She wound up giving birth on Wednesday the 11th, and Kim's reunion was on Friday.
So the 13th.
I think Kim goes to the birth on Wednesday, makes it for the birth, is there Thursday, goes to her reunion on Friday, and maybe comes back to Cleveland.
Got it.
Which is like all she wanted to do. And that's so funny. It's like I waited 20 years for this reunion. And
Chloe gives birth on the same day.
They're like both two immovable things.
Right. No, that is truly life.
But if I were Kim Kardashian, like, there's nothing I would want more than to go to my 20-year reunion. Like, hey, fuckers, what's up? Like, you thought I had a unibrow in high school?
Yeah.
Here I am.
Hey, no, literally she opens the door. Hey, fuckers,
what's up?
Totally. Also, when Kendall and Scott were going skydiving, me and Margot were freaking out.
I was freaking out. That was like of all the things that happened in this episode, that was my most visceral reaction to something. When she just walked off, like limped off, she like just gave it.
When they said you're suspending through air for 8 minutes, I'm like, does your belly stop dropping eventually?
Yeah, I guess so. And honestly, not that I ever plan on jumping out of a plane, but really, I would have been the same as Kendall. But I actually would have shat my pants in addition to everything else.
It's nice that there's a man attached to your back because I wouldn't go. I would need someone to just push me out of there.
Right, and then you do see she starts having fun. Like it starts to become fun. She's smiling.
And what she said was so relatable. She was like, you go through so many emotions. It's probably like the 8 minutes, you do the drop, you're like, what the fuck am I doing? And then you're like, oh, this isn't so bad. And then you realize again, you're like above like fucking grass, and you're like, wait, no, this sucks. I'm afraid. I hate my life. I love everyone. Like, I understood the emotion of it all, but I'm sorry. Because then me and Margaret were talking about it, she was like, I would do it. Like, I would never.
Yeah.
For so many reasons, like, I have no desire to feel like what it feels like to jump out of a plane. Like, I'm good just sitting in first class, don't mind me. 2, that plane, and you know that the Kardashians did it, like, in the most upscale, A+ first class way. Like, that was the best, most safe company. Like, that plane looked like it was made out of a paper plate. And when they opened that little garage in the back of the plane, I was just not here for it. Like, the whole thing. I don't test God like that. Like, to me, it's like, you obviously, like, want to die. Like, I have no desire to die.
I have no desire.
I love my life. I have a son.
there are so many things that I can do being someone who's scared of everything to get that sort of thrill. You know, even a haunted house would fix me right up.
Couldn't agree more.
You know? So it was wild. But Scott saying, and this has been my theory, that everyone on planes should have a parachute so that if the plane goes down, you can just jump out. I feel like that's an amazing idea, but then someone messaged me saying that commercial planes fly too high and too fast. But eventually they go slow and low if it's going down.
Right. I guess like when you're jumping out of a plane, you're not really jumping out of like the sky like you do on a commercial flight.
Right.
Do you remember when that guy like went to the moon and jumped out?
What?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. Like Felix. His name was Felix, and he was sponsored by Red Bull. And he was like a stuntman. Yeah, you remember the sponsor. He was like a paraglider, like a jumper he jumps for a living. I don't know.
Yeah, he would jump off the mountains like into the clouds.
Yeah, and so he jumped from above the clouds, like off a planet, into the world.
Sure, I think it was just off like a really high mountain.
No, it was in the galaxy.
Okay, that doesn't sound.
Okay, no, I 100%.
No, he definitely jumped like from atmosphere.
I'm googling Felix the Jumper. Red Bull.
They should make a movie.
Yeah, no, and he went unconscious during the jump because it's like so high, and he eventually woke up because it was like a 10-minute fall. Felix jumped.
Stop.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Stop. You guys, stop.
Yeah,
Why?
he was in the Earth's orbit.
That is so
Look,
crazy.
this picture, he's literally outside Earth.
Oh my God, I want to vomit.
And how did they figure out where he was going to land? Like, that's what I was struggling with Kendall too. I'm like, how do you know? Like,
that guy was really trustworthy when he said he's been doing this 40 years, and like he was honest. He has a few sprained ankles. If I ever jump out of a plane, I would go with him.
Oh, of course.
With his company, because I really liked his honesty.
No, but I am never. Like, that just cemented for me. I was having such a roller coaster of emotions for her.
But sometimes they do such dumb shit on the show, like when they go ATVing to like get their blood rushing. But like this, I was really heavily invested in.
The ATVing, I was like, that does not look like fun. All I could think about was how much I was sweating.
That looked like fun for me. Like when they were like, this did nothing for me, I was like, perfect.
I prefer snowmobiling.
It's really the same thing, except with dirt.
You know, except with sweat, and that's why I'm not interested.
Oh, okay.
Because they were like in the desert.
Anyways, Kardashians are just really giving it to us this season.
Yeah, so that was a premium episode. I love just like the sisterly, like, oh my God. They can't get their schedules together. They can't get their schedules together for a photo shoot, but like someone gets cheated on and they drop everything and they pack up their suitcases and they go.
That's family.
Yeah.
That's
family.
I
loved it.
And also
the Brown University class. I can't believe I didn't go to Brown. Like, I can't believe it.
No, okay.
I had the opportunity.
If not one of those girls on a Skype is a toaster.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
You have fucking failed us.
And they were reacting just as I had wanted them to. Like, when Kim came, they were like, ah! And honestly, they should have had Kourtney come first, because like it was like Kim came and then Kourtney came. Like, nobody cares.
No, but like...
And I love Chris for doing that.
I'm so here for the Kardashians being, you know, an important thing to study in pop culture.
An important figure. And that's what the girl said. You're these polarizing figures in pop culture.
But like... This is an Ivy League education. That's all I'm saying. I am receiving an Ivy League education by watching Kardashians, apparently.
No, if you are studying at an Ivy League school and you're studying media, the Kardashians are a part of that conversation, regardless of if you hate them or if you like them.
For sure, but it was a class on just Kardashians. Like,
yeah.
If I can
Jackie,
teach
it was
a class,
obviously like a recitation subclass with 8
but also
8 kids.
Brown is a really weird school because they have like classes on astrology. Like,
right, no, they're so like free, liberating, liberal. Like
liberal artsy, and it's like...
You can literally make up a class and it's a credit.
Yeah, that's why people like want to go to Brown. Because it's really hard to get in, but once you're there, it's like...
Keeping up.
Smooth sailing.
So then let's talk about the programming that preceded.
That followed.
Busy Phillips, busy tonight. And I've restrained from saying anything because I haven't seen the show.
Right.
And I really do want a show to do well when the person who got the show got it because they have a funny Instagram. Like, hello.
Retweet.
Yeah, I'm here for it. And I just have to say, it is not good. And before everyone comes for me, it's like Busy Phillips has been now categorized by society as like, you can't say anything bad about her because she's a woman of a certain age. I don't know why. She's being protected. She's being protected. And if you say anything...
How old is she? She's like 30.
She's 40. If you say anything about her show, you don't support women. Like, that is the narrative now where it's like, no, I'm not going to support her show just because she's a woman. That would be putting her at a major disadvantage and making her think that her saying for 30 minutes straight is good content.
Right.
The show, okay. So here's where the show doesn't, I don't jive with the show. So she does this like intro monologue, fast five, like whatever. She breezes through it.
It's too fast.
It's too fast. It is scripted because she is glaring at the teleprompter, but she loves to go off book, and she's not good at it.
No.
So she keeps having to go back on script, and she's like, and she doesn't know how to transition.
But I think the off book moments, a lot of them are also scripted. She has her 3 writers in the front row.
Oh, what the hell is that?
I don't know. There's that one writer who looks like she does not want to be there.
Anne Hathaway on the right?
Yeah.
She looks like Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, she does not want to be there. I watched the first episode yesterday morning, like just to see, because the Toasters had a lot to say about it.
Is it live?
I think it's filmed like in the afternoon, because she did talk about her day earlier that day, and that's the
but
marathon.
Julia Roberts, I thought it was live the whole time because she was doing a bad job, and I'm like, they would have edited it better. But then Julia Roberts was like, I heard that our interview is going to be on TV later.
I think it's like the Kimmels, like the Jimmys. It's in the afternoon, and I don't think they edited it that much, unless something crazy were to happen.
So our complaint all the time is like, that these e-shows are way too structured. Like they need every 10 seconds to be like, let's play a game. This is our section. Oh, now we're gonna go to a commercial break. And it's like, you know what? I could have used a little bit more of that with Busy because it was too freeballing, and she's not there yet to be like good at transitions with the cameras and the teleprompter. It's just and then her taking her shoes off and putting on a nightgown, and the song.
Oh my God, the song. Then I was watching it as I wound down last night, and Busy Phillips sang me to sleep. Zach came in and was like, oh, she's trying to be Mr. Rogers before he puts his shoes on. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like,
by the way, there's been a lot of talk about Mr. Rogers.
I was like, where is he
lately?
going? I realized I don't know Mr. Rogers. I've never seen Mr. Rogers. I think anytime anyone referenced Mr. Rogers, I just pretended like I knew, but I'm here to say.
Jackie, who the fuck is Mr. Rogers?
I don't know.
It's before our time, and now it's coming back because Tom Hanks is playing him in a movie, and he was from Pittsburgh. So like when the Pittsburgh thing happened, people were like quoting him. I don't know. I have no idea who he is.
Okay, so I think she's taken from Mr. Rogers a song before bedtime while she puts her nightgown on.
No, but Mr. Rogers was obviously alive during this like pure time where like people like to be sung to sleep. Like, don't sing us to sleep in 2018 if you don't want to be made fun of. I'm sorry.
No. Like actually, I'm down for the singing us to sleep. She has a really nice voice.
She had a nice voice, yeah.
And that's
but
something.
The way she like looks at the camera.
Right. It's just like I'm not feeling it. And
Yeah.
I guess the Mr. Nightgown is a note to Mr. Rogers. I don't know. This is all speculation. But it just wasn't working for me.
That's just proof that E is like not in tune because they're trying so hard to reach the millennial audience. I'm sorry, we don't know who Mr. Rogers is.
No.
So if you're gonna make references, explain them.
And I did watch the first episode, so I felt like I understood like the structure, you know?
Yeah, so I just came in like eyes wide open. I had no idea, which is what probably most people who land on the show do. So they should really, like, especially in the beginning, make it more clear, like, what the fuck is going on?
No, and she keeps saying, we're here to chill, we're all to hang out, this is a safe space. I'm like, I don't feel safe when I just, like, don't think it's going well for you.
Right, and you know, what she's doing a lot of the times is something I used to do during my shows when I was, like, very uncomfortable in my own skin and, like, not sure if it was going well. I would ask the audience questions, like, are we having fun? You know, like, oh, are we drinking tonight? You know, like, and she kept throwing to the audience where it's like, they don't even have a microphone, so we can't even hear what they say. But, like, I just know that's something I was doing.
Everyone knows who Mr. Rogers is, all millennials. Maybe it's just us.
No clue.
Maybe we didn't get that channel.
No clue who Mr. Rogers is.
Yeah, it's definitely just us. Just like, I don't know that we watch that much Bill Nye.
I know that my friends have no idea who Mr. Rogers is.
Maybe it's not a Jewish thing.
Maybe.
But Zach knew.
Oh, he did?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was like, she thinks
I feel like Ben would know too. I'm going to ask him.
We need to take a poll.
Maybe it was like an Our House kind of thing.
No, that's why I waited to admit it until right now that I don't know who Mr. Rogers is because...
Do you know who Mr. Rogers was?
Everyone definitely does. I think it's just us.
I asked Ben. Well, whatever. Regardless, the show is just not working for me for so many reasons. And like the interview with Julia Roberts was like literally like Busy's bat mitzvah. Busy was being hoda, like making an interview about someone else, about herself.
Right, and it's like, how much are we going to talk about Instagram? And as much as I love Julia Roberts, and I think she's like the most beautiful person on the planet, and she was so cool. And
she did a good job.
And she had such funny answers to stuff.
She was pulling the interview. Like,
I've never seen her Instagram.
In my entire life. But, Jackie, do you know that Julia Roberts' Instagram is the microwave grandma thing? The story about Natalie Portman helps her get on Instagram, right?
Using it.
I felt like a grandma using the microwave.
But Busy said Julia joined in June 2018, and I choked in February 2018.
Oh, yeah, no, then I'm off.
The great choking of 2018 was in February.
Okay. No, but like the interview was so weird. It was like, and by the way, Busy, I saw her on Watch Happens Live, and I was really like surprised at how cute she was. Like, she wore the cutest outfit. She has a banging body, and she changed 3 times into 3 ugly big moo-moos. Put on, she like, I was really like, she had braids in and Watch Happens Live. I was like, damn, she looks so cute. I can't wait to see what kind of looks she's pulling with that E-budget. Nightgowns 3 times in a row.
Yeah. Well, then I was watching it, and I said to Zach, I was like, we can never get a TV show because they ruin everything. Like, and there's no way that we would come to TV and like people would like us. But then I was thinking, this has been a 24-hour thought process. I was like, we made this show to be like our own TV show because like
the networks don't know.
Be the TV show you wish to see in the world. So like our show is made for TV. So like all you have to do is this.
Copy and paste.
All you have to do is just take this feed on the wire and just put it on TV.
And plug it into Bravo.
Right. So nothing has to change. But when you try and put a digital person and then put a TV structure around it, that's where everything gets lost in the shuffle. And I do think she's funny and cute, and like she's very in tune with the culture. She's here for it. Shook, Kent and Shant went when she was like, I can't
go to a chair store.
She was like, I can't. Okay, when she was like,
and also I just I didn't agree with her. Like, he's a tennis player. He does have a right to say something. Just because he's not a woman doesn't mean he doesn't get to have an opinion with the Roger Federer thing. He said that Serena Williams overreacted when the umpire, who was like so mean, took her point away, and the umpire was wrong, and Serena Williams was justified in yelling at her actually. But like Roger Federer is like, you can't yell at an umpire, and you know what? That's a valid statement for a fellow tennis player to say.
The millennial said, the person we have no idea who they are is Busy Phillips.
Right? Totally.
No, I was thinking the same thing, because then I was like, okay, so Busy Phillips is an actress.
And she kept referring to herself as an actress, like when she was talking to Julia Roberts.
Because she has all these acting friends, and I've seen her in stuff, so I wanted
She was in I Feel Pretty.
What is she from originally?
Freaks and Geeks.
Dawson's Creek.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what? I'm gonna come out
Never
and
saw
say
it.
I never saw Dawson's Creek.
Me too. I'm not into the Katie Holmes of it all.
No, and like James Vanderbeek, I loved you in Don't Trust the Bee.
Yeah, no, I'm not
playing James.
But I think that role secured her as like a permanent celebrity.
Yeah.
And her husband is a big time director, and I think he put her in I Feel Pretty.
He did.
And Michelle Williams, because they're best friends. And it's like, I was having this conversation when I was in LA. I was with some industry people, and they were like asking me about what I do, and I like went off on just like the whole network not understanding digital thing. And I'm like, here's the thing: Busy Phillips is in Hollywood, like. She's friends with Michelle Williams. Her husband is a big-time director. She just started a movie with Amy Schumer. Like, part of the reason why we were interested in giving you a show is because, like, you have access. And if you're going to give a show and, like, be, like, a fangirl,
and be a nerd,
you have to let us into that access. And she, like, it's hard because once you become famous for being a fan, you don't want to be a fan anymore. Do you know what I mean? It's like the way that like we talk about reality stars, but then also like text with them. It's like it gets murky, you know?
Yeah.
But it's like if you're given a show on E, we want to hear about Michelle Williams. Like, how was she after Heath Ledger? Like, you have to give that to us. And if you're not willing to give us that access as a famous person who's also a fan, then you're not deserving of the platform. That is the conclusion I came to last night.
I agree. Now let's talk about, and you know what? I feel like it will get better because like all things, like they will learn from everything, but it's been rough. However, the LadyGang.
And I was feeling sad because they didn't want to come on here and bash, you know, female programming.
Female programming based off of digital, like our cousins, our brothers and sisters.
But then I was reinvigorated with new life from LadyGang.
Me too.
Okay. And I didn't know, I thought it was a reality show about the three girls, and I was like a little skeptical.
I didn't know what the format was going to be, and it seems like they're still figuring it out too.
Yeah, but it was really like they record a podcast. I don't know if they put up the podcast.
I think they do their podcast separate, and then they do LadyGang TV podcast and other miscellaneous items.
Okay. So I knew nothing about it. I obviously know that they're similar to us, but I didn't know anything about the girls. I obviously know Becca Tobin because I love her. And I was just so wonderfully surprised in the most positive way. Like, first of all, they're so funny. Like,
yeah.
And they really have defined roles. Like, Becca's like the crazy, outgoing, like funny girl.
Wild one.
The one on the left, Kelty, like keeps shit going, but is still like not annoying. Like she's funny.
No,
still.
she's like the mom, but she's not a regular mom. She's a cool mom.
Right, like she has the least amount of Instagram followers, but she's not the least interesting. You know, like she keeps things going in a funny, organic way.
Yes.
And then the girl in the middle is one like I haven't decided how I feel about her yet. Jacqueline.
Jack, I always thought it's Jack Vanek, but I guess it's Jack Vanek. Do you know who she is?
No.
She used to make all those like cool T-shirts, those thick bracelets. You definitely remembered, like those thick rubber bracelets that
Livestrong?
No, if I showed you one, you would know it. I bought one once, and all these like cool graphic T-shirts. She's like a cool girl, so I think she's like the free spirit of the bunch.
You know,
because the other two are married, and like she's a single one.
Yeah, and the only thing that I didn't love about her was like. The role that they put her in as like this free spirit, I don't think comes naturally to her, and she was like playing a role. Whereas like the other girls are very naturally like momager vibe and crazy, like outgoing vibe that like they don't have to play a role, they're just being themselves. Whereas like she's been put in this box and she's like working at it. Do you know what I mean?
I felt the opposite. I felt like she, like just knowing who she is from like Instagram in like the past 10 years, like I feel like she's so alternative, free spirited. Like the fact that she has a show on E now like goes against everything that she once stood for. Because I feel like she's the kind of girl who could have been on the Hills if she wanted to.
Right.
And so it's like it's just weird. But
that's an interesting take.
Yeah. So Becca Tobin.
I know.
The breakout star of the show.
When she was like talking about how she would do her sex tape from the side so she could get a good side profile.
When she was talking about how sex for breakfast is the grossest thing she's ever heard, I was like, thank you.
Yeah, no.
For everyone who like can't say it,
The
just
show is
thank you.
very sex heavy, like more so than I thought because it's on late. So
And
like,
them talking about like their season 1 budget and
well, no. So the breaking of the fourth wall was my absolute favorite. I think the show is so well done, like the way they break between like the table, the side interview, and then like those weird clips that like I could do without, like her going on the date.
Except the date was really funny, and the guy was really cute.
Yeah, he was cute.
But she was right. She was like, the crazier I got, the more he was into me.
And which is always not a
Which
not
is
a good thing.
always a red flag.
Yeah.
And which was true, because every time she said something, I was like, don't you dare say that. And he was like,
Yeah. No, overall, I think they're doing a great job representing podcasts. I think they will have a second season. I think that it was really good. I don't like listen to other podcasts, but I think if I did, I would want to listen to theirs.
Yeah.
Except like I'm a little annoyed by the girl in the middle. I haven't decided yet how I feel about her.
give her time, and I could do with less games. Like, let the ladies speak.
So that's what I was saying. It's like E goes for this like structure, and the LadyGang girls are the exact girls who don't need it. Busy needs that like let's play happy endings. Oh, Ledja Hudley, like whatever. Like the Busy show needs that stupid like kitschy shit to make it like 5 minutes here, commercial break, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, guest. Like they need that structure. Whereas the LadyGang, if they just sat for 30 minutes, I could listen to them.
And also, like, Busy, what about a co-host, like a friend or a sister?
That's, by the way, that's what it is.
It's too much pressure for one person
It's
who's
really
never
hard.
hosted before.
That is
who's never helmed their own show.
Jackie, that is it. She needs a co-host. Or not even a co-host, like how Jimmy Fallon has like the guy.
Yeah,
Like someone
Chewy.
to banter with. Yeah.
Chewy.
Not Chewy.
No, but Chelsea Handler had Chewy.
Oh, yeah,
Guillermo.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
She needs something. Well, I guess that's why she has her writers. Oh my God!
But they don't talk.
The one writer who puts her grandma in all, like every episode, they do an Instagram call out. Send us a picture of you doing this, and one writer makes her grandma do every single picture thing and puts it in. And this is whatever in Tallahassee doing.
That's funny.
It's really fun.
No,
That's
but like
funny.
the Julia Roberts fake boomerang thing, what they call it, the faux boomerang, like not in tune. It's a boomerang. That's where they lost me. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Anyways, for those of you who didn't watch those shows, really sorry for the past 30 minutes.
And you really didn't miss much, but I would really recommend LadyGang. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
And we do still have a lot of people here, so thank you for
sticking with us.
sticking with us. And we do have really good stories today because
Yeah.
the world turned this weekend.
Yeah, and so did we actually. And actually, I hosted my first like evening at my house.
An evening with Girls No Job.
I hosted an evening with Girl with No Job. I haven't let people at my house yet because I just haven't had a couch, and I really am the type of person where it's like I don't want to formally like entertain until I'm done furnishing, but it's taken so goddamn long that like I had to move on with my life. And family came over yesterday for the day, and we just had like such a great time.
We were
so fat. Like,
oh my God, we were so fat. We were so funny. As I was falling asleep last night, I was like laughing at all of the new
Jackie
jokes that we
was
made.
drunk on McFlurries. Like you were acting literally like you smoked weed. Like you were like couldn't stop laughing. Your face was bright red, and like no one else was laughing.
Everyone was laughing.
Yeah, no, but like
it was so funny. Like,
and what were we even laughing about?
I mean, we were laughing about Theo because Theo, I don't know if you guys know this, he is actually just received his doctorate and he's now a doctor.
Yeah.
Dr. Theo Fichemin. For those of you who watch 30 Rock, you'll know that it's just an acclaimed heritage to be
a part of the Fichemin family.
The Fichemin family, basically.
We're snowballing this joke.
Okay, so this is what happened. I was looking at Theo's face and I was like, beautiful face, man. Like, that face of a man is so beautiful, face man.
The way we talk to him is like out of control. We're like, dog face, lovey boy, face man, wonderful, precious little boy.
And so I said the words face and man, and Claudia was like, face man, beautiful man. And I was like, Dr. Face Man. And you go, Dr. Fichemin.
Like Dr. Spachemin from 30 Rock.
Dr. Spaceman. And then Claudia.
And then literally an hour later, after making the joke 700 times, we realized that Dr. Spachemin's first name is Leo Fichemin. And we were like, Leo Fichemin? No, Leo Spachemin? Theo Fichemin! We were dying.
And now we have a doctor in the family.
Right, and we've always wanted one.
Right, someone to write prescriptions. Yeah. Hey, doctor, can you take a look at this?
Right, and like, it was funny until we also realized the Leo Theo of it all, and like then it was just the greatest joke we ever made.
And also we were talking about how if we all get dogs, like I'll name mine Cleo, Margaret will name hers Theo, and we said Olivia, and
we ran out of EO
Olivia,
names.
You'll name yours Geo. And we just said it like she should just agree, and she was like, what,
No.
I get stuck with Geo?
Yeah.
And then she came up with Rio, which is so
The cutest
cute.
name,
so
yeah.
now we all have to get dogs. But we were just dying.
We were being so funny, and actually, I'm like embarrassed to say, because I was entertaining last night, that it became one of those homes that like makes people take their shoes off in the front.
I mean, it's a new home, so
I don't know if it'll last, but like, at least to start, I vacuum so frequently. Like, I just figured I would make my life a little bit easier. And everyone was laying on the couch. It wasn't like formal.
Yeah,
like,
no, it was a good preemptive move. I was upset to take off my new Jemmy shoes because I've been living in them.
You really have. I have them too, but like.
I wear them anytime I'm wearing a sneaker now. I guess all my other sneakers are dirty, and these are actually made of like real Italian leather, and they can handle my lifestyle.
Right.
And I love them so much. And every time I wear them, like Zach compliments me, and he's a real sneakerhead.
He is.
So it's a big compliment. I'm like, Jemmy, like go to mjemmy.com and use code TOAST for $50 off your first order, which is major.
It's like I wear sneakers all the time, and it's like annoying to spend money on sneakers that fucking just like, they have a 3-month shelf life. So it's like, I'm happy to spend a little bit more on a pair of shoes. The ones that I bought from Jemmy were sneakers, but it's like, I can wear them out and like they can still be alive the next day. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. And now I need another pair from Jemmy because I'm changed.
You're a changed
woman.
woman.
I thought you could just wear shoes like white sneakers from Target and it would have the same effect. But
No.
like, do you know how many pairs of sneakers then you have to buy? Like every time you wear them, you need a new pair.
Right,
These
like-
like are made of the good stuff.
No, it's like the same. It's the same manufacturing and the same leather and the same materials as like Gucci.
Yeah.
But it's not $700.
No, it's
which
like-
I can do that.
Right.
Okay, so obviously
It's
we have
affordable for what it is.
It's affordable, and it's even more affordable because homegirls over here
Because you're
got
a
you $50
toaster.
off. So go see for yourself how amazing these shoes are at mjemmy.com/toast for $50 off your first pair. That's letter mgemi.com/toast for $50 off your first pair. mjemmy.com/toast. Mjemmy, a teller in luxury, made the old way, sold the new way. And I know that a bunch of toasters got Jemmys the last time we spoke about them. Renee got, and they love them. So like, we only promote premium brands.
No,
over
and
here.
I'm going to use our own code to get a new pair.
Yeah, no, I want to get loafers. Well, you wanted loafers too. By the way, your
did.
birthday's tomorrow.
Oh my God, I know. I'm freaking out that I'm not freaking out enough. And I was thinking this morning as I was doing my makeup, I was like, maybe I should have like done something like with like a big blowout, but that's just not who I am anymore. And all I really want for my birthday is pasta and steamy vibes.
No, so I'm eating so good today and tomorrow because tomorrow night I'm fucking feasting.
I'm starving today. Well, no, not starving. I'm eating healthy. And
that
go to
brings-
Soul Cycle, TRL Musicals.
Jackie, that brings me to a point I wanted to make. Because you know how a couple of weeks ago we had a somewhat controversial discussion on the show about is calling someone skinny the same as calling someone fat?
Yeah.
And obviously it's not, but the world is trying to make us think that it is, but I refuse to give in. I've given in to all of the world's demands. I'm not giving in to this one. Now, I wanted to ask you a question because there was a post in the Toasters that got reported like a bunch of times, and I didn't know whether or not to delete it because I wanted to figure out how I felt on it because someone posted a picture of a girl from The Bachelor who's like really skinny and was like, it looks like...
I saw the post.
Yeah, it was like, it looks like this girl has gained like a little bit of like healthy weight. And she was saying it in a very positive way. She wasn't calling her like fat by any means. She was like, this girl is like really skinny and it looks like she's put on like 3 or 4 pounds like just to really help like, health-wise. And it got reported so many times like as if that was offensive. So
I deleted it.
Did you?
Yes.
I was going back and forth.
There was nothing wrong with the original post.
But the comments.
With the one, but it's just like it opens up a can of worms and not everyone is going to be so respectful. And I just don't want to be a group where we're talking about the people's weight and if they gain 3 or 4 pounds because then like they'll be talking about us every day.
That's an amazing point.
So it was just Pandora's box is closed on this. But let's not talk about people's weight when they're being brave and posting a bikini picture.
Jackie, that's why you're so wise. Like seriously. This business would be a failure without you. Like, I just do reckless things, and I think I'm so right in the moment. And then you explain it to me, and I'm like, oh, that's a good point.
Right, yes, but you do also ask me a lot of the time. Like,
yeah, of course. No,
you're not like super reckless because you do ask for a lot of people's opinions before you make the choice.
No, I will write in our chat like 17 times before I make any decision, and I just like I'm not confident enough in my decisions a lot of the time because I make so many bad ones.
No, and just it's hard to like see every aspect of a problem. But just like we were saying on the Patreon, how like I might actually be a good therapist.
Yeah.
Like when I was talking about how you keep talking shit about your old apartment because you want to make yourself feel better about like leaving it, even though it was a perfectly good apartment.
No, it was a shithole. I hated it. But what are your thoughts just outside of the actual post? It made me think. It's like, okay, so if you told a bigger person that they lost weight, that's a compliment. Mm-hmm. So on the opposite, if you had told a smaller person that they gained weight, is that the same?
To me, like I'm biased because I only think in my own, like from my own personal experience, where like gaining weight is negative for me and losing weight is a positive because that's just my body type.
It's the world we live in.
I've never been like small enough to have to gain weight, so for me, it's not the same. But maybe for someone who has been called too skinny one too many times, it is a compliment.
Right. I just don't know. because like I said, I can never put myself in that position. I'll never, ever, ever, ever know what it feels like to have someone be like, eat a cheeseburger. You know, I'd be like, okay, bring me one.
Yeah, where? How many?
No, yeah,
And McFlurry,
I don't get that.
Oh my God, we were so fat last night. We got 4 different.
Well, it wasn't our fault.
No, it wasn't. We tried to get one delivery of an Italian feast.
Everyone was coming over at 4:30 for the game. At 3 o'clock, I hadn't eaten all day. I was waiting for like feasty vibes. At 3 o'clock, I ordered a huge, like literally $300 meal from Carmine's. Like it all comes family style in these big tins. Like I wanted like a real Italian feast because I've recently decided that I'm gonna be Italian and just like eat a lot on Sundays. Melissa Gorga like made me want to do it. So
I think it makes you eat better during the week because you know you have this thing waiting for you.
Right. So at 3 o'clock, I knew it was going to be a long delivery. It's a fancy place, and they have an 80-minute wait on Seamless. So I'm like, okay, 3 o'clock, everyone will get here by like 5 o'clock. It'll definitely be here. Literally by 5:30, 2.5 later, the order still hadn't come, and it hadn't even left the restaurant. I was like so mad, so I canceled it. And then we were so hungry and angry, which is a bad combo.
You're hangry.
That we fucking went wild.
So like Claudia ordered McDonald's for herself. I ordered like some kosher poppers for the group. Then I realized Claudia didn't order enough. She only ordered McDonald's fries for herself. So then I also ordered a couple orders of McDonald's fries. Then Ben ordered pizzas for everyone. That was the only thing we could have done without.
Because we had already
It was
eaten
gross
all the
pizza,
food,
too.
and then the pizza came like 30 minutes later, and we were like, are you kidding me? But obviously everyone ate it.
It's 11:06 on 11:05, and it's just like at this time tomorrow it'll be my birthday on my birthday. You know.
How exciting.
Also, what's exciting is for my birthday, what we're giving to the toasters.
Yeah.
We need to get them prepared.
Yeah, we also need to get ourselves prepared.
Right. So we have a gift for you guys tomorrow
Yeah.
that we will announce tomorrow on the show, but have your hearts, minds, wallets prepared.
Open. So just know that.
And your Wi-Fi.
Just know that this is the season of giving, and we are crazy generous. So just know that in the next 2 months, there's a lot coming your way. And also, it's a give and take, because I feel like we are now, as a toast community, we're doing something positive. We're raising money for Gift of Life. We have our toast cycle this week.
On Thursday.
Which we've already raised $2,500 for, just for the tickets. But if you can't come, please, you can still donate. I'll put the link in on our Facebook page and everywhere. Just like you can still donate to Gift of Life. Having been to the Gift of Life Gala, just like seeing the good work they do, I wanted to give them literally all my money. Like I was just dying from like that positivity. So we give and we receive. So have your hearts, wallets, and minds open tomorrow for some
premium content.
For some premium stuff. And I mean, this is just the next 2 weeks are so premium, because next week we're going to Nashville for CMA Awards, and I need to tell everyone like what we're doing, but we just have to wait for the paperwork to be signed.
You can't count your chickens before they
But
hatch.
the second the paperwork is filed for our records, we are just gonna like shout it from the rooftops. I'm so excited.
Yeah, you're gonna be proud of your girls.
You're gonna be proud of us, yeah.
I still need to find the perfect thing to wear. Okay, without further ado, because
Speaking of the perfect thing to wear, I got something to
oh my
wear.
God, that clock is not changed. I was like, how is it already noon?
Oh, that is hilarious. Okay, well, it's
It's
11.
okay, yeah.
Wait, just one more thing. What did you just say that set me off? Oh, what to wear for, I forgot to tell you this. So the day we sat here and you were like, I want to wear a tuxedo to the CMA Awards, I'm like, oh, I want to wear a jumpsuit. I went to Bloomingdale's and I did my personal shopping with Lisa, who I adore.
Someone sent me a stylist picked looks for me via email and sent me like all these looks, and I mean, did I say this on the show already?
No, you said it to me and that they were cute but expensive.
So expensive. So I need a stylist who can pull stuff that is free and I can give back to you.
Right.
I need to make an addendum to my request.
So I got twofold. I got this jumpsuit.
Amendment.
Yeah, amendment. I got this jumpsuit that I loved and I showed you and you approved. I have to get it hemmed and stuff. But it's a one-armed jumpsuit. So I always cover my arms, and it's like, I've definitely like lost a good amount of weight, and like I'm moving in a direction where I would like to show my arms eventually, and probably a one-armed thing is a great way to start, like 50%.
Right.
But I'm just having like terrible anxiety about it.
I have to see it on you. I will give you honest feedback
Yeah.
about your arm. And there is a way that you could wear the one-armed jumpsuit the whole time, and if I cooperate and stay on my side, like we'll never even know.
Well, I was gonna say, you're gonna have to, if you let me wear this, like you're gonna have to do whatever side.
So the arm is, you have your right arm covered?
It's a mirror picture, so I have
Hold
no
on.
idea. I think I have my left arm covered, actually.
Okay, so I would be like this. Sure.
Actually, but the reason why I want to tell you is that she also had picked a tuxedo for me. And I tried it on. It was like very Diane Keaton. And I bought the pants. I didn't buy the whole look because I don't think I could rock a tuxedo yet. And I didn't love the jacket. But like, I was really being tuxedo vibes.
Wow, you look like Kourtney Kardashian.
I didn't like the jacket.
Oh my God, no.
Yeah, no, it was the wrong jacket. But
There you look like Mason.
yeah, totally. But like, you should definitely invest
In a tuxedo.
some time in figuring that out.
Okay, I will. Okay, without further ado, 40 minutes later, here are the Fast Five stories that you need to know before you wake up and take a bite out of your morning toast. Okay. First story in the continuing saga of Ariana and Pete, and things are really getting crazy. No,
It's like
things
every week.
things have gotten crazy.
Yeah, they have.
We're at new levels. Ariana Grande and Pete Davidson name drop each other in new song and on SNL. Star-crossed exes Ariana and Pete made affectionate public amends Saturday night. First, the singer dropped a new single, Thank You Next, mentioning her former fiancé in the line, quote, even almost got married, and for Pete, I'm so thankful. Then the comic turned serious during Saturday Night Live's Weekend Update segment, making a big statement about her. I happened to watch SNL live on Saturday night because, you know, that's what you do when you're a grandma and you stay in. And Pete was on Weekend Update, like being funny, doing his thing. And then he was like, he turned to the camera, he's like, and for everyone who wants to know about the breakup, like, Ariana's a great girl. And I was literally grabbing Zach. I was like, oh my God.
No,
like,
that's weird.
I was so shook, but I guess this is what happened. So he made that video, that promo proposing to Maggie Rogers, who, by the way, blew my mind on SNL. Like, that rarely happens where I'm so pleasantly surprised and I hear from an artist whose music I would like but I've never heard before. Usually Spotify serves them to me, but I guess I've been listening to so much Wicked and Greatest Showman, I missed her.
Yeah, that can happen.
She was incredible. Her voice, her songs were so good. She just like had like a Florence Welch vibe to her, and I highly recommend her. So I understand why Pete proposed to her.
Okay.
And she said no. And so then Ariana put out her song right before SNL aired. She must have known that Pete was about to make a statement on SNL addressing the rumors. And so she put her song out first, and her song is amazing.
And so sweet.
Unlike the rest of her album. And
when
so
she
sweet.
calls him Malcolm, like, I just want to die.
When she started out the song, like, I saw that Snitch was like posting that Ariana had a new song. So I was like, okay. And I thought, I'd start listening to it. I'm like, did she just say Shawn, like Big Shawn?
Right.
And then she talks about Ricky and then Malcolm and Pete, and I was like, dead for scenes.
No, it's just so funny because like all last week there was like built up tension, like with the tweet and then the promo, and you think that like Saturday night she's releasing a song, he's making a statement, it's going to be like combative, and they're both just like respectful and lovely, and they're moving on with their lives.
Yes, and it is 11/11. Make a wish. Gucci bag, 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 Gucci bag. I might just be the Gucci bag I wish to see in the world and buy for myself on my birthday tomorrow, depending on what my gifts are.
I was gonna say, like, what if Zach gets it for yours?
Right. No, I know. So that's why I'll wait.
Did you tell him you want a Gucci bag?
I
don't know what he got you, so I'm not
I
ruining
didn't.
anything.
I told him I wanted something else.
Okay.
And he's getting me what I wanted.
What
which,
is it?
Earrings.
Okay.
Because I got my ears parsed.
Oh, right.
And he doesn't watch the show, so I don't even think he knows that I want a Gucci bag.
It's so hard having non-supportive husbands who don't watch our show.
No, but I'm so glad they don't watch our
my
show.
God,
because
I would die.
every day I would come home, you said this, Tim Tebow.
Jackie, like literally, like once in a while, Ben will watch a show and he'll be like, "So, Derek Beth," you know? I'm like, just go back to work.
Stay
Go back to
not
work.
watching. Here's the thing about Ariana and Pete. Like, on the one hand, it's like they're both being thirsty and milking this, but on the other hand, it's like I need public breakup content because of how much public relationship content
It's
you
only
gave us.
fair.
You can't just pretend like it never happened.
Yeah, no, I completely
And they're
agree.
both being respectful, and she's putting out better music than her last album. Also, she has a new album ready to go.
Yeah, she said that she had it and she wanted to release it before the end of the year.
But that's insane.
That's
you
stupid.
don't put out a new album
Scooter
for 2
wouldn't let
years
her.
and then you put out 2 albums in 5 months. And
Scooter-
also, like, I'm going to say this, and I know it's controversial, and maybe I haven't given enough of a listen, but Sweetener is not good. Ariana's songs are not good. And when we went to go watch all of her live videos, we were just watching YouTube videos on Friday night, and we were like, we watched The Wizard and I, Ariana, so we wanted to watch more of her live shit. And all of her songs recently, since My Everything, are not good.
So it's not controversial. I think the songs are good, and
Everything's just like
no, but like
breaths.
If like a Camila Cabello released that album, like it would be fine. We just expect so much from Ariana because she is the vocalist of our generation, and Sweetener is not reflective.
It's the exact opposite. We expect nothing from her because her voice is so good, and she will be an icon forever because of that. If Camila Cabello put out an album like this, she would fall off the charts.
No, I disagree because I don't dislike the album. I just don't think it does anything for Ariana for a million reasons. Like the songs are fine, like this sleep, excuse me, like it's good, it's fine, it's cute. And if someone with like a soft, not even Camila Cabello because she has a great voice, someone with like a soft, breathy voice, like I don't know, it's not the right album for her who like loves Broadway and like loves show tunes and can sing
and
any
an
song
icon.
and fucking performed at Aretha Franklin's funeral. Like you don't perform at Aretha Franklin's funeral and then release Breathing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Because she's an icon. Like,
yeah.
And that was not an iconic
It's
album.
not reflective.
So
like
maybe
I need a much more of My Everything Into You album.
Dangerous Woman.
Yeah.
Dangerous Woman.
Did you ever see the video, black and white video of her wearing the bunny ears and she's just walking around singing Dangerous Woman?
It must be nice. Like she's literally so beautiful, so perfect.
Yeah, but she has demons.
She has demons, yeah.
It's, you know what? It's like, she's the perfect example of like, just from what you see, like, she has the perfect life. Like, she is so beautiful. She's like, has such a supportive family. Like, she has a million friends. She's the top of her career.
Talented, like, through and through.
Through and through, the most talented person, gets every opportunity, and like, she struggles. And like, she definitely has demons, and it's like, we're all equal. Nobody is exempt.
No, and it's like, you can have so much, and then, what's that law where it's like,
Gravity.
Balance. You know, the higher you go,
the further you fall.
something like that. You know what I mean? I don't know.
know.
It's just like most people are like here and here, but she's like here. Her highs are high and her lows are lower than we will ever know.
Yeah, no, that's very true. But I do think she's like a good role model. Like, I think she has a lot of young followers, and as much as she's like a celebrity, like she's loving the fame, like I think she takes that responsibility like seriously, and I think she is a good role model for her young followers.
I think she's a good role model, and I think she's a realistic role model. Like, she sings about like sex and stuff, and like God is like, you know, her songs have innuendo, so she's not pretending like she's a Jonas Brother purity ring, but she's also like not, you know, Miley Cyrus bangers.
Jackie, the rule is inertia, Murphy's Law.
Yeah, what goes up?
Whatever, that's gravity.
Murphy's Law is anything that can't go wrong will, right? No, that's Jackie's Law.
No, there's one with the apple.
Apple doesn't fall from the tree?
Newton.
Fig? Isaac?
Isaac.
I can't. We need to get our
laws together.
Yeah, our laws in order.
But,
okay. Next story, really so crazy, piggybacking off of our segment on Friday, but the Bachelorette's Kaitlyn Bristowe and Shawn Booth split, quote, "We're committed to remaining friends."
I'm devastated.
On Friday, they released this statement to People.
Oh, I didn't read
Quote,
this.
"After 3 incredible years, we have decided to go our separate ways. This difficult decision comes after thoughtful, respectful consideration. Even though we are parting as a couple, we're very much committed to remaining friends, and we will continue to support each other.
They didn't write that.
Due to the nature of how we met, our relationship has always been public, and we have enjoyed sharing it with all of you. But we ask that you respect our decision and privacy at this difficult time."
Yeah, that's not, I don't think there's a reflection of what actually happened or that's going to tell us anything. That's like a professional publicist who just like had to put it out there. I'm so upset and I'm so devastated for so many reasons. Like, just having been in their presence, like they really were just like in love, and you could feel it, and they were like a realistic couple. They didn't pretend like every picture was photoshopped and a million things, and it's like they were real, like they were just open and honest about a lot of stuff, and like I'm really sad that they didn't work out. Like I'm sad for a million reasons, but more like for myself, you know?
Yeah. I'm sad. I just had like a total tangent, and I was gonna just go on a tangent about something completely unrelated, but I'm gonna try and remember, and I think I can. About the movie that we need to talk about.
Yeah, I know. I've been thinking about it too. We'll talk about it at the end.
We need to like write it down on the fucking wall. I'm really sad. I really am surprised, and I'm surprised that it came like so quickly after that rumor that had started. And that's what remember when I said E definitely knows something that they can't say because nothing public has come out.
I think more that like everyone was speculating it, but they were speculating it in like private Facebook groups and on Twitter. It was just people speculating, and like they didn't need to address it if it's just like toasters writing threads about it. But like once a real news publication picked it up, it elicits a response.
Yes, but also with Bachelor breakups, they usually break up a little bit before the statement comes out because it gets a while.
Yes.
It takes a while to get to that point. So they have been broken up for a while. I don't know what a while is, even if it's just a week.
She gets to keep the ring, right?
Yes, because it's been
so
more than 2 years. But she did have
to give it. But she had given it back to him because they were going to like do this cute re-proposal. Did you think he's going to give it back to her?
I think that he should.
I think that he would.
What would he want with it?
Well, I've spoken to Kaitlyn, and I just like was letting her know that like I'm here for her, and I think she just said like she's just sad, like
it's
and
sad.
I'm sad, like I'm sad. I'm sad for me. Like I enjoyed the content. I enjoyed the Snapback Bean, Snapchat, Rick and Donna. Like the content was there.
You know what? Something like this makes me think, like, because I really feel like they were so good for each other, and when they first were together, like, without all the outside forces, maybe they could have made it work. And it's sometimes like really love is not enough. You know what I mean? Because I feel like what they had was love. And everything else, like work and different careers and celebrity and taking you down to different paths and starting your own business. Now they're on The Bachelor. It's like it takes you away from the love, and like sometimes really love is not enough to keep two people together.
That is so sad.
Yeah, no, and I think that's just a true statement overall.
But why not?
I don't know.
Right, like it really, you do have to work hard except like, I feel like my marriage is very easy.
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood. It's like you're always working at relationships. I'm like, really? It's one thing I don't have to work at.
You work at a lot of other stuff. You can't have it all. In this
so
column,
true.
you have something, and in this column, you don't.
Life is
Some
a deck
people
of
get a
cards.
podcast, and it just is a great success automatically, but their relationship is
trash.
Is fraught with is fraught with peril.
Yeah.
Trash.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So life is a deck of cards.
Yeah, no, a hand of cards. Because
Yeah.
a deck of cards, you
Yeah,
have the whole thing.
You get dealt a hand of cards, and you might get a great relationship, but you have to work harder at your career. But you also do have a great career, so
Yeah.
just keep knocking on wood.
Oh my God.
The $1 million question is, what about Doodle?
Tucker. The dog is Shawn's.
Right.
And he had him way before The Bachelor.
But on Friday, before this news dropped, Kaitlyn had a story where she was wearing a face mask and watching something about a dog and started crying about how much she loves Tucker Doodle.
Oh.
And
didn't
she's
see
not
that.
going down without a fight.
Well, here's the thing.
Is she going to stay in Nashville? Is he? Does she need papers?
She is definitely going to stay in Nashville, and because she's still recording music, and her life is in Nashville. Like, her full life is there. His gym is there. They are both 100% staying in Nashville, but they have a house together. I'm assuming that Kaitlyn
We'll keep the house.
will keep the house, also because I think for a while she was like the earner in the relationship, so I'm pretty sure like her roots are in the house financially. But this is all just, I don't know anything, I'm just speculating. I think Tucker will go back with Shawn, but I think, I don't know, it's like, that's like the saddest part. Like, I saw this meme, it was like, Ariana now takes care of Mac's dog, and it's like, Mac just like, I mean, Ariana like picked up the dog, and like the dog will never know, he'll never see Mac again, you know?
It's so sad.
It's so sad.
But I think Kaitlyn will stay in Nashville. She also posted that she wrote a song
Yeah.
when her dad was there. So, like, she's now becoming an artist. She
Well,
has.
we heard one of her songs when she came,
Yeah, a while ago.
we went to her show, or was it, we heard it at Caroline's. Oh no, we heard it at Zany's. No, wait, where
No,
did
we heard
hear
it at Caroline's. We heard it a while ago.
Yeah, but
And
I
they-
know, was it her live show or mine?
I think it
I
was
think it was
yours.
hers.
It was
Oh.
yours because I don't think it was hers because
Because I don't think she went.
came.
Yeah. So at her live show at Caroline's in the green room, she played us one of her songs, and it was so good. Like, it was real. Like that. Like, I wasn't expecting like a real song, and it was highly produced and really good.
It was really good. So I look forward to seeing what she does next, who she dates next. I know it's too early to talk about
It's
that.
too early, but like she's a podcaster, and she's like a legit celeb given like the show. So it's just interesting, like who you date can really like rise your star, and if you like use that to your advantage.
I think I could see her with a country star.
Jackie, if we were single, like
Okay.
and we were like out on the town,
Yeah. No.
and we could like date people like our own level to like rise our star, like other like influencers or like low level celebs.
Who would it be?
Like, who would you date?
Well, that's what I was saying to Snitch last night because she's the only single one left, and that's why we need to get her seen with Shawn Mendes.
Right.
So everyone's like, oh,
if you know Shawn Mendes and he needs like another fake girlfriend
or
to
just
take
be
to the Met
spotted
Gala.
on a date with the Snitch, and then we get Shawn Mendes' date exclusive interview. Like, she really needs to start doing that for us.
Yeah.
And she can.
She can, because she's like so pretty and busty. Like, boys love her.
But who would you be spotted out with?
I think like I would really try and like make the world think I was dating Peter Krause.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Because
Oh,
people are
Bachelor
so
person is a
interested in
great
his
one.
love life.
Yeah.
Right, because the Bachelor thing, it's like, they're famous enough that like you'll get written up in tabloids, like maybe be spoken about on like Access Hollywood or something, but it's not like you can't leave the house without paparazzi, you know?
Right. Or maybe like someone from like a Bravo. Everyone from Vanderpump is taken.
Yeah. Like a New York Bravo show you would
Or
need.
even like
Mario Singer.
Mario Singer's newest mistress.
I heard Mario and Ramona are back together. Did you hear
Mario
that?
will never have a girlfriend. He will only ever have a mistress.
Of course, he's eternally married to Ramona. But I heard
did
that they're
hear
back together.
I hope so.
Me too.
I'm here for
I'm
it.
not here for single Ramona. She's a vulture.
No, she's a vulture, and like I feel like she lived her single life, and like now she's even like more fun, and her and Mario can have like their golden years together of being like fun and enjoying life because she just needed this renewal of energy.
Rejuvenation.
What's it called?
True renewal.
True Renewal by Ramona Singer.
That is hard to say. That's like the rural juror. True renewal. The rural juror.
Urban Fervor.
Have we only done one story?
Two. We've done
Okay,
two.
good.
Okay, next story. But they're all celebs, so it's like we're just breezing through them. Demi Lovato was spotted out of rehab and in LA 3 months after hospitalization.
I saw. She looks so good.
The 26-year-old pop star recently completed 3 months of treatment at a rehab center following an apparent overdose in July.
Wow, it's been 3 months.
Yeah, at her LA home and an almost 2-week hospital stay. The singer, who has battled substance abuse for years, has spent time in rehab before, went out for sushi in Beverly Hills on Saturday night with designer Henry Alexander Levy. The two were photographed in a car outside the Matsuhisa restaurant. Matsuhisa?
So I feel like Demi is the type of celebrity who like doesn't go to treatment like celebrities are always like in and out of like 30-day facilities, and it's like so fake, and they do it for publicity. Like I feel like when she goes, she takes recovery really fucking seriously.
She doesn't take treatment lightly.
Right. So I feel like most of them go for, I mean, Luann went for 2 weeks. Like they all go for like a month. She went for 3 months. Like that is a good amount of time. I feel like if she's ready to come, I trust her her instincts, and I like that she takes her recovery like not as a joke and not as like a PR stunt.
I agree, and I don't know a lot about recovery, but 3 months seems like a good amount of time to like recover. And I'm sure now that she's out of recovery, like she's still in some sort of program. Like I remember in what was her documentary called?
Simple. Tell Me You Love Me. It was one of her songs. Like,
yeah, it was like Unconfident. Hold on, now you have to find it out.
Oh, it's annoying me so much. I'm waiting for the comments.
No, I think I could do it quick here. Demi Lovato documentary, Simply Complicated? Yeah.
Oh, really? That doesn't sound familiar to me.
Yeah, that wasn't the answer I was hoping for.
Okay.
But then when she did leave treatment, like she was then in a house with other sober people, and she didn't go back to her life immediately. So it was like a halfway.
It's a halfway house is for people in prison, but it's the same concept where it's like you're not fully out of the program.
Right.
Sober living.
Sober living.
Yeah, that was so crazy. That documentary was so good for so many reasons because I learned so much. But what I was really shocked by was she was like, when I was literally making $25 million a year, doing X Factor on TV 3 times a week live, I was living in a sober living on a bunk bed. Like, that was so crazy. And that's how you know, like, she's serious.
Right. So I think she's probably in a situation like that right now, trying to get back to normal life. Whatever she needs, I'm here for her. If it means not talking about her anymore, like whatever
whatever we can do to help.
So just put out like a statement of what we can do to help and support you. But I feel like everyone has been so supportive, and, you know, she has what she needs.
And she is, like, literally the best fans.
Yeah.
I love her. Like, I am a true Demi stan. Oh, and we were watching on Friday night, we were just like going through crazy YouTube videos like of people singing, because like that's my actual favorite activity to do, and it's also the Points Guy's favorite activity to do. And we watched all the celebrities who sang the national anthem at various like sporting events, the Super Bowl, and we watched Demi's, and it's like I always forget, like she's also a true vocalist.
Yeah, and
her music like it sucks, but like her voice.
I think her music's great, and I think her voice is great. Her music. She always has at least one amazing song on every album.
Yes.
Some albums are better. Not this album, but the album before it with like Lionheart or whatever.
I don't know.
Was really great.
It's
great
like the songs
music.
that they choose to make famous from her albums are the worst one. Like Tell Me, Sorry Not Sorry, like I can't. But there were a few songs on her album that were like wonderful ballads, but like nobody cares about those songs, and like that's what's upsetting.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, next story, because Margaret is here, and I just can't wait another minute. And this is a quick one. Kenya Moore and husband Marc Daly welcome a baby girl.
Good. Honestly, like this is truly all she's ever wanted. And you know how like having a baby like changes people like forever? Like she's the type of person who like could use a little change. And I'm looking forward to her being like a more better.
But she's off the show, right? Oh, that's like frustrating, because now she like has the life that she wanted to have on the show.
And the life that she pretended to have for so long.
No, and it's like she has a husband and has a baby. So what part was she faking? The part like that her husband won't be on the show?
No, she was faking like before her last season, like she was faking forever about these like boyfriends and these relationships.
That's the time to be kicked off, not right when you're
No, that's the best. Like
no, but like her life is actually like she
I don't know,
has
was
a
she
life
kicked
now.
off?
I think so. That's what I heard. I can't even like remember the things that I've heard.
No, but I have recorded Real Housewives of Atlanta last night. I didn't watch it yet, and I've decided like I'm going to be a good like Atlanta fan. I always watch Atlanta like halfway through the season and like catch up and then like watch the reunion. I'm very like disorganized about it, but I think it's a franchise that most people sleep on.
No, and it's the opposite. Everyone's woke on it except
Really?
for us. Yeah, we
I
just
know.
can't get our. I just missed too many seasons. Maybe like when I was in college or something. And there's so much history there.
There's
with
so much
with
history.
the OC, like you can miss the fucking Alexis Bellino seasons and you'll be okay. But
Right.
like you can't miss any Atlanta. So
No.
I always just
Because they have roots, like they run deep.
right, and the fights run deep. And like you can't make informed decisions if you don't know the past.
It's so true, because when I like randomly popped in like a couple seasons ago, I was very on Phaedra's side, and like I still kind of like love Phaedra, and I do think like what she did was wrong, but like people have done worse on the Housewives, and like for them to all like take
Like
the
faking
more
cancer?
right, like people have like, and then they all took like this moral high ground on Phaedra. Like I didn't like that, and I loved her like before that when she pulled her baby out of her vagina and called it an alien. Like I just love her, but I didn't know enough about what had happened before to like make an informed decision. But I've decided I'm going to be a good Atlanta fan this season and just like watch.
well, that means that I have to also.
The first episode was last night. Like we're
okay.
and
We're
I
in a
have it
good
recorded
spot.
if you want to come over.
We're in a good spot.
Except I'm just not here for Candy. Like I just don't like her.
My least favorite, which is crazy because she's like the most favorite of everyone else.
She is, you know, she's the most followed housewife on
Yes.
Instagram, which is shocking.
No, I can't with her.
I can't.
I can't and shan't and I won't. And I do like, never mind, I guess I don't like Portia.
Oh, I love Portia.
Yeah.
Like she's stupid and like she makes bad decisions and she's definitely not a good or trustworthy friend, but like she's a great character on TV.
Agreed. Okay. Fifth and final story is really sad. It happened last night, but Texas newlyweds reportedly killed in a helicopter crash after taking off from their wedding reception. A newlywed couple, Will Byler and Bailey Ackerman Byler, were killed in a helicopter crash outside Uvalde, Texas, after flying off after their wedding on Saturday, according to reports. Quote, "Is with deepest sadness that we announce the tragic passing of two seniors from Sam Houston State University. They were college students. They just got married. They were flying off into the sunset and their helicopter crashed.
Oh my God.
We ask that you keep the Byler and Ackerman families in your thoughts and prayers."
I will. That is so sad.
So sad. So like I got this news notification from Daily Mail last night. So I looked at the story and like all of the pictures that they had were from their wedding, like
The night
5
before,
minutes. No,
right.
the hour before.
That's so fucking sad.
From like his ranch. Like they were just like college sweethearts, like young and in love and like on a ranch.
What a terrible story.
A terrible, horrible story.
I feel like every couple of years there's a story like this. Like, oh my God,
The picture of them, like,
no.
They're
Wait,
so
that's
cute.
so sad. Like, I've heard stories like that where it's like, it's literally too sad to be true. Ready?
Right.
I heard a story, like, I'll literally never forget it, maybe 5 years ago. This man died at his own wedding reception. He was dancing holding a beer, and he slipped and fell on the glass of beer, and the glass stabbed him, like, on his way down, hitting the floor. Like, that is someone who, like, God needs, and it just, like, needed to get him to heaven. Like,
right, and like couldn't think of a better plan.
it was so crazy, and it's like, are you fucking, at his own wedding?
That's crazy. I never heard that story. Speaking of crazy stories, and this is the thing I had that we needed to talk about.
Yes.
And we don't have time to talk about it today, but this is a good way to tell people that they must watch this movie tonight. It is a toast movie of the night because we will be discussing it at length tomorrow, and there's no time to wait. The movie Three Identical Strangers. If you've seen it, you know, and if you haven't, you're about to be shook to your motherfucking core.
Mm-hmm. It's a documentary. We'll leave it at that. I just have so many thoughts on it from like a both medical and a sociological standpoint that I just need to discuss, and I've been trying to discuss it for so long, and Jackie finally watched it, and now we need you guys to watch it.
I don't know how you held in talking about it for so long because like I'm bursting at the seams.
Me fucking too, and I'm also bursting at the seams because we are running so behind because we were supposed to bring out Margaret Josephs 15 minutes ago, but we just couldn't stop talking. So give us a minute. We will be back in 2 seconds for the queen of pigtails.
The powerhouse in pigtails.
Margaret Josephs. If you have any questions for her, leave a comment on the YouTube stream and we will get them to her, or on our Instagram. We will see you in a minute. We are back with the powerhouse in pigtails, and it's only right that we respect her by putting on our own pigtails. Give it up for the one, the only, Margaret Josephs.
Hi, my favorite girls
You
ever.
look so great.
Claudia and Jackie.
We love you.
We're so
I love
happy
you,
you're here.
and thank you for wearing the pigtails.
Of course.
No,
We
I
have
think,
respect.
and also like
That's
we
right.
look really good.
No, I'm feeling the look.
You guys look amazing in pigtails.
No,
People
Yours
don't realize
are so
it.
cute. People don't realize.
Pigtails are fabulous on most people.
They really are.
Yeah.
And you have like the proper equipment with you have clear bands.
Yes,
Yes.
I have the clear bands for my piggies. Well, because I'm blonde, so I need
Right.
the clear bands.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I guess it would be too contrasting if
Yes.
you didn't.
Yours match your outfit, so it's good.
That's true.
Oh, cute. And mine
Yours
just
match
match my
your hair.
hair.
Yes,
Interesting.
perfect.
It's
So
a
it works.
science.
Yes.
So we are here to talk about Real Housewives of New Jersey.
I know.
New season is coming this week. What day?
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Wednesdays only on Bravo.
Only on Bravo, 8 o'clock. Nice and early time
9
slot.
p.m.
9
p.m.
All right.
8
No,
o'clock
no,
Central. You made the same mistake.
We made the same mistake with Melissa. We spoke to Melissa last week, and she just loves you.
I love Melissa. We're very close.
And people love your friendship.
I know, because you know what? We're both in business. We're both married to Height Challenge Little Joes. So that's really, and we get along great. And we start the party, we end the party. We're just fun girls. And we don't take anything too seriously.
Which is the only way to live.
I agree.
There is a general consensus around you from the Toasters, and they wanted us to
The
convey.
Toasters.
They wanted us to thank you, really, for single-handedly reviving the franchise.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Because
Thank you, Toasters.
I think there was a lull for a while, and we didn't know it at the time, but like we needed pigtails, and that's really what brought us back to life.
Yeah, and a gay man in a girl's body. I think
Exactly.
that's what it is. We
Exactly.
needed the little snark.
And so you are now coming into your third season, correct?
Second season.
No.
Only second season. It
That's
feels like
it?
I've been here
Feels like
forever.
There's been a season in between the Siggy and now, but there hasn't been.
So
No.
the most recent is the Siggy. Did you guys ever formally make up or?
No.
No.
I
You don't
mean,
talk?
No, I mean, I went into where I get my nails done. She gets her hairs done. Her hairs. I'm calling them the hair. Her doll hairs, whatever it is. No, that's so Jersey of me to say that.
I'm dying.
She gets her hair done. And I went into the salon and, she was getting her extensions, the one she wears down to her vag. And I walked in and she was like, oh my God, Margaret's here. I was like, really, girl? Are we not over this? I was just like, I took a in the back to get my nails. She's not over it. I mean, I'm over it. I could really give a crap, but
Well, it's
she's
easy
not
for
over
me to be over it because like
You're
still
still
on the show.
standing.
Yeah,
That's true.
That is
Yes.
so crazy. Well, that's not. So it's something to think about. It's like you live in a small town, even though Jersey's a big place. You guys all live in like a similar locale, and it's something
Yes.
you have to think about running into your castmates.
It's true, absolutely.
That seems tough.
Yes, I could easily run into her. And when she's in the room, it's so loud, so it's fun.
Yeah. So the premiere of Rehonge is on Wednesday. So how is this season for you? Your sophomore season.
What are we gonna see?
Like, what can we expect, and how did you go into it, knowing that you were so beloved
Oh, that's
in
so
your
sweet.
first year? Like, is
It's
that a
hard to
lot of
live up
pressure?
to.
No, I think, you know what? I was my genuine, authentic self the first season.
Very
I think
true.
I'm the exact same person this season. I make people, like my tagline says, I make them laugh and I make them cry. Just like I did the first season, I do it the second season.
Is it easier now filming the second season, like having the friendships
Yes.
and just,
That
working
is
within
easier.
that realm as opposed to having to meet new people?
Yeah. So, of course, I had my friends. I already had Melissa. To be honest, it's easier to be with Dolores because Ziggy's not there. So Dolores and I could.
She's a free agent now.
Oh,
Yeah,
because you guys always
free
had a
agent.
good relation. You were having a good relationship.
We were always very cordial, but I feel like this year you see us.
Sorry.
This year you see us building our relationship, which is very nice.
That's nice.
You see Jackie. I'm friends with Jackie. A nice Jackie comes
Yes.
on.
Love a
she's
good Jackie.
You love a good. Everybody loves a good Jackie.
We have 2 new housewives.
We have 2 new housewives, so you get to meet them. One I get along with much better. I get along with the blonde much better.
Of course.
Of course, no. But Jennifer's, very interesing. Very interesting.
Margaret
She's good.
Josephs with the shade
It's
today.
shade. The
What
shade.
side of the bed did you wake up on? And there's a lot going on in the whole Real Housewives of
Yes.
New Jersey clan right now. 2 major stories. You were a maid of honor or bridesmaid in Danielle's wedding?
Matron of honor.
That is wild.
Co-matron of honor
In
the
Bimini.
D-Staub, yes.
And the marriage has since ended.
Since ended, 10 weeks. 10 weeks.
And so when you film the reunion,
When we film the reunion,
you will be able to discuss it because
Of
she'll be
course.
there. As a maid of honor, did you see it coming?
I think it's hard to get married in the spotlight. Did I say? I mean, she didn't have a lot going for her going into it. When you watch it, when you see the episodes, it was rough. They didn't even sleep in the same room, the night of the wedding. I'm just giving a little hint right there. So.
Interesting. So yes, you did see it coming.
I didn't think it was a lifelong thing.
Got it. So how was the
I didn't
wedding?
know 10 weeks was the 10 weeks.
Is that
the
a
quick one.
housewife record? 10-week marriage.
Tom and Luann were 7 months.
Tom and Luann, yeah. So she'd be Tom and Luann.
That
But,
is
you know,
really
for
short.
Danielle, 20 engagements, 10-week marriage.
Engaged 19 times.
Engaged 19 times, 20, what are
So
you
I
going to
take
do?
it you two aren't on the best terms?
We're not on the best terms. We're not on the best terms. I think when you see it unravel, it's interesting, but you'll see why. I stick to my guns, and I'm the same person all the time. And some people like to hear the truth, and some people like you to blow smoke up their ass. And she's a little smoke blower.
She's a little smoky.
Yeah.
Smoky Joe.
She likes a little smoke.
Well, speaking of Joe,
Yes.
another major news story that I'm
Yes.
personally devastated about
Devastated.
is a judge has decided to deport Joe Giudice after he
Yes.
serves time in prison. Melissa, when we spoke to her, which the interview comes out on Monday, she said the family's working on some sort of appeal, but have you spoken to Teresa?
I've texted with Teresa. We haven't actually spoken. I just told her I'm here for her. I give her my support and whatever she needs from me.
What are
We're
your
all here
thoughts?
for her.
My thoughts are it's devastating, the most devastating in Housewives history.
I think
And
so, too.
just, she's been dealt very bad blows, and she's the strongest woman I know, and we'll deal with it accordingly.
She really is like so strong.
Yeah,
And
very.
What's so upsetting about it is like she went to prison and then Joe had to go through prison. It was like these 5 years of torture, and it's like finally we can come
Yes.
out of the tunnel and live our lives. But no,
No, now the torture just begins.
Begins, yeah.
It's like, because if
Yes.
anything, he's further than prison, or would be further than prison if he is deported. Which,
Yes. Yeah, it's very upsetting. It's just, you know what, she's taken a lot of blows. Her family has taken a lot of blows. But if anybody can handle adversity, it's Teresa Giudice.
that's true. She's so strong. I didn't see it, but apparently Danielle was on Wendy Williams and had some things to
Yes.
say about you. Did you see it? And what did she give us a recap?
Yes, she told me to stay in my lane,
Ooh,
get
ooh,
out of her
ooh.
marriage.
What marriage?
What? Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
oh,
Yes. And I was like, I'm not even in your marriage. But she was just very upset, saying I'm kind of like, not a girl's girl. And I was like, you know what? It's not even about being girl's girl. I'm a person for humanity.
I hate when
I'm a
people say
human.
that.
And
Yeah.
that's what it is. And it's not about that. I just stand up for what's right, regardless, man, woman, child, animal,
As well you should.
as that's just the way I roll.
Where do you guys go for trips this season besides Bimini for the wedding, obviously?
We go. I can't. Well, I think
Can we
you
say
do see us. We
publicist?
we go to Cabo. We
Ooh.
go to Cabo, which is fun.
Margaritas for everyone.
Yes, margaritas for everyone. So we
Margarita
definitely
for
go-
margarita.
Yes, margarita for margarita, and we go to Oklahoma. And we go to Oklahoma, believe it or not.
What's in
Twist.
Oklahoma?
Which is a twist. One of my best friends. So that's
Oh,
a trip
that's so
around
fun.
me.
Is it like ranchy vibes?
The Polly Wilson. Yes, ranchy vibes. Ranchy vibes.
I'm here for
cattle.
that. Oh my God, New
Cattle.
Jersey
Cattle and
cattle.
cowboys. Cattle and cowboys.
That's amazing. When we spoke to Melissa,
Yes.
she told us her house is for sale, and she's thinking about moving to LA.
Yeah, I'm not going to let her.
Okay,
Thank
good.
you.
Thank
Okay.
you.
I'm like, Melissa, you are not going to LA.
No,
I'll hold
no,
you
no.
right.
Talk to
She's
you.
so New Jersey.
I think she just says that to torture me.
Okay.
That's
I
what
do.
Yeah.
to torture us.
Yeah.
So we beg her to stay. That's
good.
what Melissa. She wants us to love
We'll
her
just
and want
handcuff her to us.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you thinking? You're not
Yeah.
going to LA.
Okay, good. I'm glad we're on
What
the same
about Marge
page.
Sr.? How is she doing?
Marge Senior's amazing. She was just away visiting a boyfriend in Florida.
Well, we got a lot of questions. Is she dating?
Yes, she is definitely dating. It was
Multiple
actually a little
people?
scary. She was in Florida, and it was right by that little yoga
Yoga?
thing.
Oh, my
She was going to eat in a
goodness.
restaurant right near there. I was so scared. Marge Senior texted me.
Wait, what yoga thing?
There was a shooting.
There was a shooting, very scary.
Oh,
So,
God.
horrible.
But Marge Sr. is okay.
Marge Singer is okay,
Thank
but this is Marge Singer's take on it. She was so upset about it. She's like, see, I told you I shouldn't do yoga. That's Marge Singer. That's her reason why she's not going to do yoga.
Oh my goodness.
I was
Oh my
like,
God,
okay,
it's
Marge
so
Singer.
funny.
How did she meet her man?
I think this is an old boyfriend from a long time ago. Marge Singer likes to revisit
An
the past.
oldie
you
but a
know?
goodie.
Old
An oldie but a
flames.
goodie. If someone serviced her well the first time, she's going back for more.
Are we going to
Singer.
see a lot more of Marge Singer on the show this
Yes,
season?
this season you see a lot of Marge Singer. A lot of Marge Singer, if you know
That's
what
what
I'm
we
saying.
deserve.
Yes. Yes.
That's what we deserve.
Yes.
That's the content we need to be serving.
Yes.
But we meet two new housewives. Did you know either of them before they came on?
Jackie.
And so she comes on as your friend.
Yeah, she comes on as my friend. She was a mutual friend of someone else.
Is that like hard? I feel like, technically, didn't Siggy
You came on
as
as a
Siggy's friend?
We were acquaintances. Siggy and I were acquaintances. We were never like BFFs because you could see that we're different types of people.
Yeah.
Though we always enjoyed each other prior to being
Yeah.
on the show together. Jackie and I actually are much more similar. She's sarcastic. She's smart. She's a former attorney.
Mm-hmm.
Even though she is 10 years younger than I am, we happen to get along.
Yeah.
And she's very easy, and we stay getting along. So it's good. So
That's
her and I
ideal.
didn't have that issue.
That's ideal. I feel like
Yes.
there's certain situations where in Housewives history, they bring on a friend and it's like the end of like
Of the
Adrian and
friendship.
Brandy. Like it's tough.
We're not competitive with each other. I'm not a competitive girl.
No, you're not.
I want everybody to do amazing. I want everyone to have a great life. It's just everything. Everybody should be fabulous. Everybody should look amazing.
By the way, and you're the
I
type of
celebrate
person,
people's good things.
you really do. Like, I feel like we've only known you, for like 6-8 months, and you are just like consistently like so nice and so
Thank
genuine
you.
and always reaching out and like, I love you.
Supportive.
Like, people
Thank
say
you.
things like that and then they're assholes, you know?
Yes.
You are
Yeah.
tried and true, Marge.
Thank you.
I
Thank
love you.
I am,
Yeah.
and I try and stay that way. And listen, I'm not saying I can't be a bitch when need be,
When necessary.
When necessary. But then I back it off.
You're only human.
Only human.
Being so close to New York, I'm sure that you guys run into a lot of the New York Housewives at events and the Housewives in general. Who is a housewife that you have been wanting to meet, that you met, that you just like loved, and then also, someone who wasn't, like the nicest?
I've spent time with her, and I got to go to the Berkshires. Was Dorinda.
Oh, fun.
You went to the big Berkshires?
I got to go to the Berkshires.
Wow.
The Berkshires? How
Yes.
was the house? Lovely.
Magnificent.
She made it
More
nice?
than you could even see
Really?
on TV. Yes, it's spectacular. Joe said it's our top 3 houses he's ever been to.
Wow.
We got to lay by the pool.
I wasn't.
We
Do
did
you go
really-
during the summer?
We went during the summer.
Oh, that's
so
fun.
Joe and I had gone up there, and she's lovely, and we had the best time ever. Ramona's great, but sometimes she doesn't. Yeah, she's absolutely hysterical, but sometimes she's like just not in the mood. You know what I mean? She's just not in the mood for me.
I understand that.
So even though we share a publicist, which I think is so funny,
That
she's
is
always
so
sweet to
funny.
me, but she's always sometimes just not in the mood.
Okay.
So the New York ones, we get to be around. I've never
Yeah.
met Bethany.
Were you team Bethany or
Or
Carol?
Team Carol.
I'm a little more Carol.
Ooh, you and Melissa, different answers.
I know. Do you know why?
Yeah, why?
I just feel like Bethany should have just said to Carol, you know what, I'm hurt, I love you, I want to make up.
Yeah.
I just wish Bethany gives a tough exterior, and I say she's very rough, tough cream puff.
Yep.
I think she's very soft, on the
Yeah, because she's
inside.
been through a ton.
Yes, and she's been through a lot, so I think she gives a much rougher exterior.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason I'm Team Carol.
Okay.
And by the way, I think Carol has amazing style. I'm a little obsessed with Carol's style.
I
Everyone does
used
not.
to be. I feel like in prior seasons she really was like so
'Cause she's
cool
kooky.
downtown.
Yes.
But then
She
this
started taking
past
herself too
season,
seriously.
Yeah.
Maybe, is that what it is?
It was
She's
almost
taking
like
herself
she
too
wasn't
seriously?
trying and she was so cool and then she was like realized
When she tried.
Yeah.
It was like when she wasn't trying, her effortlessness was like cool. But then
Yes.
she realized it was cool, so she was channeling that effortlessness.
I know what you mean. I know what
and
you
it's
mean.
not cool anymore.
But I still like her pieces. Like, I love the way she looked on the reunion. Though Bethany killed the reunion.
Oh.
Top, my favorite look on the reunion.
Ever.
I have
Same.
to give it to her. Top favorite look.
I want
Yes.
to take questions from
I could see
Instagram.
you in that outfit.
Me too.
I
And
could
like
see
a
you
high
in that.
pony now
Yes.
that I got a new neck.
Yes. Beautiful.
Okay, this is from Kyle O'Grady. Do you have any advice for a young career woman who's just starting out in their business?
If they want to be an entrepreneur, the first thing you have to know is what you're good at and what you're not good at, Kyle. That's what I say. And hire people or even get interns for what you're not good at, because everybody's not good at everything.
You can't be good at everything.
You cannot be good at everything. Do not go into business with a friend right away. Because
What about a sister?
Or sisters are okay.
Yeah.
Family's always family.
Yeah.
That's okay. No, but friends, it could fall apart.
Totally.
I started my business with my friend. I'll admit it right now. Macbeth Collection started with my friend. It does fall apart. It's
Yeah.
very hard, friends and money and things like that. So
Awkward.
if you can
business
avoid
and pleasure.
Yes. If you can avoid going into business with your friend, it's not a good idea. A lot of things, retail stinks right now.
Yeah.
Do not open a retail store.
No.
So please, if it's anything to do with retail, Kyle, don't open a retail store. That would not be a good concept right this very second. Start on the internet. Social media is definitely your friend. So definitely do something with social media to get your brand out there. It's the most inexpensive way to do anything. It's all about marketing and packaging. You could package anything and make it look amazing. I mean, look at the Pet Rock years ago. I
Yeah,
mean,
so
I
true.
don't even know if you know what that is. I'm so
Yeah.
freaking
Yes.
old. But I'm just saying, you could package shit and make it look good. So it's all about the marketing and everything like that. So I'm sure you're a young girl, but I have all young people around me and they make me look good. So that's what it's about.
This is from Ken's Pearson. Who are you closest with on the cast currently, and who are you not on good terms with?
Oh, I would say the closest I'm with is Melissa and really Jackie, and who I'm not really close with, obviously, is Danielle.
Yeah. Who else is there?
Dolores and Teresa.
Oh.
We're good. I mean,
Yeah.
Dolores, Teresa, and I are good. I mean, Dolores and I, our friendship is really grown, but I'd have to say the close. Melissa, we're together all the time.
Yeah. Well, do you find it difficult? Oh, this is from Katie
Oh, and
Crowley.
Jennifer, I'm not that good with Jennifer. I don't want to say, not that I'm
List them
not.
off.
It's like we fight, we make up, we fight, we make
And
up, but
can't
we're
be-
different people.
You can't be friends with everyone
No,
at all times because then
no.
that's not the
It
show.
doesn't- It's also, it's not real life. Some people just piss you off.
Yeah.
Totally. And you're not meant to like everyone, and everyone
No.
doesn't have to be friends.
Everybody doesn't have to love me.
Yeah.
I mean,
But they
do.
do.
I mean, I can't help.
Wait, this is such a good question from Brianna Canataro.
Wow.
Do you now get why Siggy and Dolores didn't like Danielle? And do you now feel differently about Siggy and Dolores now knowing what you know about Danielle?
I can understand why they didn't like Danielle. I never felt ill about Dolores. Do I feel differently about Siggy now? No. I had no issue with Siggy not liking Danielle. It wasn't about that. It was different. The reason Siggy and I didn't get along were totally different reasons. But I totally had I apologized to Dolores and saying I'm very sorry.
That's nice.
That I didn't believe you.
I feel
So
like
now you believe Dolores about what Danielle said about Teresa.
I think Danielle, her perception, which she likes to say, she twists what she hears.
Yes.
The way you say it is not how she repeats it back to you.
Right.
I think that's a very common issue.
Yeah, with everyone.
Like this game of
especially
telephone.
bad game of telephone, especially on Housewives.
Yes.
Yes. This is from Maceface13.
Maceface.
After watching your first
Maceface.
season,
Yes.
did your kids reach out to you after watching? Or did they watch?
I know my kids had watched the first season because, of course, they told my ex-husband, they told my other son. It's not that they reached out, but of course, I always text my kids. When I say my kids are old. I don't think they realize that. One happens to be like 40, and the other one's like 37. So they're grown adults. I text them whatever. It was emotional. It was definitely emotional. We're not tight still, but it's in the works.
That's
and
great.
it's a positive movement.
Yeah, a positive movement.
That's great.
That's all you can ask for.
Yeah, that's all I can ask for. I mean, I have a long time to live. I'm going to make it work.
This is Steph McFlurry. Are you excited to not be like the new girl anymore? Was that tough for you?
I'm excited not to be the new girl. I'm excited there's new girls in, and I'm excited I feel like a little veteran.
Pankey4466. Where can we buy more of Macbeth Collection products?
Oh, well, thank God there's a new website coming, and we have a lot of new products coming out. But we sell a lot of big retailers. So we sell the Home Goods, the TJ
I went to Home
Maxx's,
Goods
the
yesterday.
Targets, everybody. So we sell so many big retailers that the stuff goes in and out very quickly, but soon we'll have it all on the website.
Okay. This is final question, Paige Princey. And I think you might have said it the last time you were here, but how and when and why did the pigtails start? Tell us the background.
The
Give us
origin
the
story.
I
Wikipedia.
will give the Wikipedia of the pigtails. As a little girl, my mother would put me in pigtails, but I had long hair like you, Claudia. You know, it was like good long hair. And my mother would, just put my hair back in pigtails. And it worked for me as a little kid. I was like, I told her I didn't have pigtails. Then one day, I wanted to do something in my hair, I put pigtails in. Everyone's like, you look great. I got so many compliments. You look fabulous. I was like, wow, this is like an easy hairstyle. And then my ex-husband's like, you're so bangable in those pigtails. You look so bangable. I was like, you know what? And then I got known for it in business. So I'd always wear it. They'd go, oh, powerhouse in pigtails. Tease me, oh, the girl in pigtails. And it made me different. It made me stand out. If I walked into a room, I was very recognizable. I was like, you know what? It works on me. And I don't have
so
a lot of
great.
hair,
Right.
Everyone always says, she has like 3 hairs in her pigtails. It works on me.
No, I love
So
it.
how long have you been rocking the pigtails now?
I'm old, so like 30 years.
We got to catch up.
Yeah, we have
And there's
29
pictures
more
of
to
me.
go.
Yeah, people have seen me in it. So as a little girl, took a break for a while, went back to it.
I think that's awesome.
Thank
it makes
you.
a lot of sense.
It does. And I do different hairstyles all the time. I do the high pony. The pigtails had a baby. They turned into a pony. They conjoined. I do that. Sometimes I'm powerhouse and a poof. I like to change my hair.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
But I do consistently still wear pigtails.
It's nice to have a consistent look that you are happy with.
Yes, it's nice and easy. I go out of the house. It's so easy.
like a
When your hair's
uniform.
dirty,
It's a uniform.
It's a uniform, and it works. But I like to do all different looks. I'm a little chameleon. I'm always in costume.
You are. When do you guys film the reunion?
Jen, I'm not sure.
Do you
I
know
can't say.
Do you know what you're going to wear yet?
No.
How do you go about
what's the
picking a
process?
reunion
The
look?
process is there's always a little theme to the reunion, and I always like to do something dramatic. I always feel like I have a vintage Hollywood vibe.
You do.
In my head.
Yeah.
In my head, the Marge is like, oh, I'm vintage Hollywood.
No, the Margot's definitely
Yeah,
vintage
so
Hollywood in real life.
Yes, in real life. So I always feel like I'm going with the vintage Hollywood look. Last year I wore green, so I probably will not wear green this year.
Okay.
I'm not going to be beaded tchotchka like some people
No
are.
Giovanni for you?
I'm not saying no Giovanni, because Giovanni does have some beautiful
I mean,
dresses.
I know. I
like
tried
a
to
lot
get
of
one.
Giovanni.
They're hard to get.
Really?
Yes.
I'm sure you could go right up to the showroom.
Okay, well, I tried.
Luann style.
You know what? The toast is a springboard. If you want something,
it
ask,
out there.
believe, receive, manifest your destiny. I would like a Giovanni invitation to the showroom, please.
You could go right
Thank
up.
you.
I'm sure you could call
We
right
have
up.
a lot of weddings coming up.
You
Yeah.
do. I go right up to Tirani, which Tirani gives me a lot of dresses also,
Tirani
which is
versus
amazing.
Giovanni?
You could go, yeah. So I'm sure you could go right up to Tirani.
All right,
Okay.
set it up.
I could set that up in 2 seconds.
Set.
But yeah, so I will be wearing something. I would like to wear, I'm just putting out there right now, Michael Costello. Hello.
Ask, believe, receive.
Yes, I'd like to wear something with big arms.
Okay.
So because I think that could be very dramatic.
Yes.
If I go like this.
Long
and
or
it could
short?
maybe like whack somebody in the head. But I like long. I
Long
like a long sleeve.
gown or
Gown.
shorts?
I'm always very long.
Me too.
I don't have the good legs. I have little polkies.
Same.
Same.
You know?
Same. Here, here.
I know he's like, But if you have the put 'em, we're okay.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Yes, please.
And we do, by the way, all three of us.
Yes.
I love you, Margaret Josephs. We know we ran over and that you have a million things to do, so we can't thank you enough for stopping by our little
Thank you.
Instagram
I
show.
love you girls. And
we
I'm
love
so
you.
I'm so proud of you girls. They're so successful, so fabulous.
Thank
I
you.
love
People
her.
should emulate the two of these girls because they're amazing.
And everyone
Love
keep up
you.
with Marge. Where do they
Love
follow
you.
you on Instagram? At The Real Margaret
At
Josephs.
the real Margaret Josephs on Instagram, at the Macbeth Collection. Oh, my dog, the real Bella Benigno.
Oh my God, we have to set up a doggy play date.
Yes, we have to set up a doggy play date.
100%. Thank you, Marge. Thank you,
Thanks.
everyone, for
Thank you
tuning
so
in.
much.
Thank you so
to
much
the
for
Morning
having me.
Toast, the Millennial Morning Show. We go live Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time on Facebook and YouTube. So make sure you are subscribed to all those pages. We're also available as a podcast on Spotify and iTunes. Thank you so much for being here. We will see you tomorrow.